Reptiles, with their ancient lineage stretching back over 300 million years, are living blueprints for survival, each species a testament to the relentless march of evolution. From the time they first crawled onto land, reptiles have been masters of adaptation, evolving to thrive in environments as varied as arid deserts, lush rainforests, and even the world's coldest mountains. Their journey began in the primordial swamps of the Carboniferous period, where early amphibians ventured onto land, eventually giving rise to the first reptiles. Their abilities seem almost supernatural. Chameleons, for example, can move their eyes independently to scan for both predators and prey, while geckos use microscopic hairs on their feet to defy gravity and scale smooth surfaces. These adaptations are the result of millions of years of evolutionary pressure, honing their physical and behavioral traits to perfection. Some reptiles, like crocodiles, can slow their heart rates to just a few beats per minute, allowing them to survive months without food, while the basilisk lizard sprints across water, escaping danger in a flash. These physiological marvels are encoded in their DNA, a genetic blueprint that has been fine-tuned over eons. Others have evolved the remarkable ability to shed and regrow their tails, a life-saving tactic that confuses predators and gives the reptile a second chance at survival. This regenerative capability is a testament to their resilience and adaptability, allowing them to recover from injuries that would be fatal to other creatures. Across deserts, jungles, and wetlands, reptiles push the boundaries of what's possible. Some burrow deep underground to escape the scorching sun, while others become expert swimmers, navigating rivers and lakes with ease. Their diverse habitats have driven the evolution of a wide array of survival strategies, each uniquely suited to their environment. Ingenious strategies abound. Turtles withdraw into armored shells, lizards blend seamlessly into their surroundings, and snakes mimic the colors of venomous species to deter attackers. These behaviors are not just instinctual, but are deeply embedded in their genetic code, passed down through countless generations. Understanding these creatures reveals not just their resilience, but the intricate blueprints that allow them to conserve water, regulate body temperature, and survive in the harshest conditions. Their scales, for instance, are marvels of natural engineering designed to minimize water loss and protect against the elements. Reptiles play vital roles in their ecosystems, as stealthy predators, elusive prey, and even environmental engineers, shaping landscapes by digging burrows or maintaining riverbeds. Their presence is crucial to the balance of their habitats, influencing the distribution and behavior of countless other species. Their continued existence is a measure of the delicate balance of life they help sustain. These ancient survivors, with their remarkable adaptations and evolutionary history, remind us of the intricate web of life that has been woven over millions of years. In the wild, the struggle for survival is relentless. For many reptiles, the key to enduring this constant battle is to remain unseen, mastering the art of invisibility, where being overlooked can mean the difference between life and death. Reptiles are true virtuosos of concealment and deception, their bodies evolving into living illusions that confound both predators and prey. Their survival strategies are as diverse as the environments they inhabit, from dense rainforests to arid deserts and vibrant coral reefs. Take the leaf-tailed gecko of Madagascar. Its jagged outline and mottled skin perfectly mimic the dead leaves and bark of the forest floor. This remarkable camouflage is not just a matter of color, but of texture and shape, allowing the gecko to vanish completely among the detritus, evading both predators and unsuspecting prey. Chameleons, perhaps the most iconic masters of disguise, possess specialized cells called chromatophores and iridophores in their skin. By expanding or contracting these cells, chameleons can shift their coloration in seconds, blending seamlessly with their surroundings or signaling to others of their kind. This color change is not only a tool for concealment, but also a sophisticated means of communication and temperature regulation. In the harsh deserts, the sidewinder snake employs a different tactic. With a sinuous motion, it buries itself beneath the sand, leaving only the faintest trace of its presence. This ambush strategy allows the snake to remain hidden from both predators and prey, striking only when the moment is right. The green tree python, high in the rainforest canopy, coils its emerald body among the leaves. Its vibrant green scales are a perfect match for the foliage, rendering it nearly invisible to any creature passing below or above. This camouflage is so effective that the python can remain motionless for hours, waiting for an unsuspecting bird or mammal to come within striking distance. Some reptiles elevate deception to an art form through mimicry. By imitating the appearance of more dangerous species or even inanimate objects, they deter would-be attackers or lure prey into a false sense of security. The milk snake, for example, is harmless, yet its vivid red, black and yellow bands are nearly identical to those of the venomous coral snake. This form of Batesian mimicry confers a powerful evolutionary advantage as predators learn to associate these warning colors with danger and avoid both species. For mimicry to be truly effective, the mimic and the model must share the same habitat. Only then can the illusion persist, as predators encounter both and learn to heed the warning signals, reinforcing the survival of both the mimic and the model. Over generations, this evolutionary arms race sharpens the mimic's resemblance and the predator's caution, ensuring that even a harmless reptile can benefit from the reputation of its more dangerous counterpart. The mechanisms behind these adaptations are as intricate as they are effective. Specialized skin cells, unique scale patterns, and even the ability to alter body posture all contribute to the illusion, making reptiles some of the most elusive creatures in the animal kingdom. Whether melting into the background or boldly displaying warning colors, reptiles manipulate perception with astonishing precision. Their appearance becomes both shield and sword, a first line of defense and a tool for survival. The psychological game of survival is played in silence and stillness. Remaining motionless, blending perfectly with the environment, or masquerading as something dangerous, these are the strategies that allow reptiles to escape detection and avoid becoming prey. Invisibility and deception are not mere tricks, but essential tools honed over millions of years. Each adaptation is a testament to the relentless pressure of predation and the ingenuity of natural selection. Through these remarkable adaptations, reptiles have become true masters of disappearing in plain sight. Their ability to evade detection is unrivaled, making them some of the most elusive and enigmatic survivors in the natural world. The horned lizard, for instance, is a marvel of desert camouflage. Its rough, spiny body matches the color and texture of the surrounding rocks, while its ability to puff up makes it appear larger and more formidable, deterring would-be attackers. Anole lizards are adept at rapid color change, shifting from vibrant green to earthy brown in moments. This allows them to match the bark or leaves they rest upon, rendering them nearly invisible to both predators and prey. The mechanism involves the expansion and contraction of pigment cells, a process finely tuned by environmental cues. The gaboon viper, with its intricate mosaic of browns, yellows and purples, lies motionless in the leaf litter. Its broad, flat head and cryptic pattern make it indistinguishable from the forest floor, transforming the viper into a living trap for any creature that ventures too close. In the ocean, the banded sea crate glides among the coral reefs. Its alternating black and white bands break up its outline in the dappled light, confusing both predators and prey. This disruptive coloration is a powerful adaptation for survival in the ever-shifting underwater world. Even beyond the reptile realm, the mimic octopus demonstrates the power of deception in the animal kingdom. Sharing the same habitats as many sea snakes, it can transform its shape and color to imitate more dangerous creatures, illustrating the universal value of mimicry and camouflage in nature. These extraordinary adaptations reveal the ingenuity and resourcefulness of reptiles. Through camouflage, mimicry, and deception, they have evolved to survive and thrive in some of the most challenging and competitive environments on Earth, their secrets hidden in plain sight. In the intricate tapestry of reptile survival, every adaptation is a double-edged sword. Each evolutionary marvel brings both remarkable advantages and hidden costs. Venom, perhaps the most iconic of these adaptations, is a prime example, a potent biochemical arsenal that empowers its bearer yet demands a delicate balance between risk and reward. For every benefit there is a trade-off, and for every evolutionary leap a shadow of vulnerability lingers. Venomous snakes such as the black mamba and the viper have evolved specialized toxins, neurotoxins that swiftly paralyze the nervous systems of their prey, and hemotoxins that break down blood and tissue, liquefying flesh for easier consumption. These chemical weapons are the result of millions of years of evolutionary arms races, with each toxin precisely tailored to overcome the defenses of specific prey species. For instance, the black mamba's neurotoxins can immobilize a bird in seconds, while the viper's hemotoxins are devastating against small mammals, ensuring a meal that cannot escape. Yet, this specialization is not without its drawbacks. Each species' venom is fine-tuned for its preferred prey, delivered through fangs that have evolved into intricate hypodermic needles. The diversity in fang structure is a testament to evolutionary compromise. Vipers possess long hinged fangs capable of deep penetration and rapid venom delivery, but these fangs are fragile and can break if they strike bone. Elapids, like cobras, have shorter, fixed fangs, less likely to break but requiring a different strategy to subdue larger or more robust prey. The placement and size of fangs, the viscosity of venom, and the musculature of the jaw all reflect a series of evolutionary trade-offs where maximizing one advantage often means sacrificing another. Venom's role extends beyond predation. It is also a powerful deterrent. Rattlesnakes, for example, use their iconic rattle as an audible warning, while coral snakes display vivid bands of red, yellow, and black, signaling their toxicity to would-be attackers. This aposematic coloration and warning behavior can prevent unnecessary conflict, sparing both predator and prey from injury. However, these same adaptations can backfire. Bright colors and conspicuous displays may deter some predators, but they also make the snake more visible to others, increasing the risk of detection by those immune or indifferent to venom. The evolutionary arms race is relentless. Some predators, such as the mongoose, have developed remarkable resistance to snake venom, thanks to mutations in their acetylcholine receptors that prevent neurotoxins from binding effectively. This adaptation allows the mongoose to prey on venomous snakes, forcing the snakes to evolve ever more potent or diverse toxins in response. In some cases, snakes have developed multiple types of venom, each targeting different physiological systems in an ongoing cycle of adaptation and counter-adaptation. Yet, every new toxin or delivery mechanism comes at a metabolic cost, diverting energy from growth, reproduction, or other vital functions. The influence of venom ripples outward, shaping entire ecosystems. The presence of venomous snakes can alter the behavior and population dynamics of prey species, which in turn affects the abundance and distribution of other animals and plants. For example, in grassland habitats, the hunting patterns of snakes can control rodent populations, indirectly influencing seed dispersal and vegetation growth. Yet the production of venom is energetically expensive. Snakes must synthesize complex proteins and store them in specialized glands, a process that requires significant resources. As a result, venom is used sparingly, reserved for moments of true necessity. This is why venom is a weapon of last resort. Most snakes prefer to warn, bluff, or retreat rather than strike, conserving their precious reserves. A missed strike or wasted venom can leave a snake vulnerable, unable to defend itself or secure food until its venom stores are replenished. In the wild, such vulnerability can mean the difference between life and death, as a snake with depleted venom is at greater risk from both predators and prey that might fight back. Ultimately, venom is more than a tool for survival. It is a driving force in the evolution of life, shaping destinies and forging new paths in the reptile kingdom. Every adaptation, from the composition of venom to the structure of fangs and the brilliance of warning colors, is a testament to the complex interplay of benefit and cost. In nature, every gift is balanced by a price, and the double-edged sword of reptilian adaptation continues to carve the story of survival, one evolutionary step at a time. In the world of reptiles, survival is a game of patience and precision. These ancient creatures have perfected the art of waiting, transforming stillness into a deadly weapon. Imagine a snake, its body coiled and motionless beneath a blanket of leaves, every muscle relaxed but ready to explode into action. Or a lizard perched on a sun-dappled branch, so still it seems part of the tree itself. For these hunters, the key to success is not speed, but the ability to blend in, to become invisible, and to wait for the perfect moment to strike. Take the python, for example. This master of patience can remain perfectly still for days, even weeks, conserving every ounce of energy. It senses the world through flicks of its tongue, tasting the air for the faintest sign of a passing animal. When an unsuspecting rodent finally wanders too close, the python's strike is a blur, swift, silent, and unerringly accurate. Its jaws clamp down, and in a heartbeat the coils tighten, muscles rippling with power. The python's constriction is a marvel of precision, applying just enough pressure to subdue its prey without wasting energy. Crocodiles, too, are paragons of patience. They use the water as both shield and camouflage, exposing only their eyes and nostrils above the surface. For hours, sometimes even longer, they remain almost motionless, their bodies hidden beneath the murky depths. When a thirsty antelope or bird approaches the water's edge, the crocodile's patience pays off. In a split second it erupts from the water, jaws snapping shut with bone-crushing force. The infamous death roll that follows is a display of both power and precision, ensuring the prey has no chance of escape. These predators have evolved remarkable adaptations to complement their patient hunting style. Flexible jaws allow snakes to swallow prey many times larger than their heads, while crocodiles' slow metabolisms mean a single meal can sustain them for months. After a successful hunt, a python may spend hours slowly swallowing its catch, then retreat to a safe spot to digest, not needing to eat again for weeks. The chameleon offers another fascinating case study in reptilian patience and precision. With eyes that move independently, it can scan its surroundings for the tiniest insect. When it spots a target, the chameleon calculates distance and angle with mathematical accuracy. Its tongue, longer than its body, shoots out in a fraction of a second, snaring the insect with a sticky tip. This is hunting as a science, every movement measured, every strike calculated. Ambush tactics are not limited to the giants. Small reptiles like geckos and anoles also rely on patience. A gecko may wait for hours, unmoving, until a moth lands within reach. Then, in a flash, it leaps, jaws snapping shut with pinpoint accuracy. These moments of explosive action are made possible by long periods of stillness and observation. This strategy makes reptiles some of the most efficient hunters on Earth. Whether it's a python capturing a rat, a crocodile ambushing a wildebeest, or a chameleon snaring a fly, each hunt is a testament to the power of patience and the importance of precision. In harsh, competitive environments, these skills mean the difference between life and death. The secret to their success lies in a combination of patience, explosive power, and anatomical specialization. Every muscle is tuned for efficiency, every movement honed for effectiveness. The ability to wait to conserve energy and then unleash it in a single, decisive moment is what sets these hunters apart. Every hunt is a calculated risk, a delicate balance between patience and opportunity. The reward, a meal that can sustain them for weeks or even months, allows reptiles to endure long periods of scarcity, waiting out lean times until the next chance arises. In the reptile kingdom, waiting is not just a strategy, it is a way of life. Their extraordinary patience and precision are the foundation of their survival, enabling them to thrive in some of the world's most challenging environments. Every still moment, every sudden strike, is a testament to millions of years of evolutionary mastery. Within the world of reptiles, perception is a symphony of senses, each note revealing layers of reality that remain hidden to most other creatures. Their existence is shaped by a suite of adaptations that transform the ordinary into the extraordinary, allowing them to navigate, hunt, and survive in environments that challenge the limits of sensory detection. For every reptile, the world is alive with signals, chemical trails, subtle vibrations, shifting patterns of heat and light woven together into a complex tapestry of survival. The flickering tongue of a snake is more than a simple gesture. It is a sophisticated tool for decoding the environment. Each flick gathers microscopic scent particles from the air and ground, which are then delivered to the Jacobson's organ, a specialized sensory structure nestled in the roof of the mouth. This organ acts as a chemical analyzer, constructing a detailed map of the surroundings. Through this adaptation, snakes and many lizards, such as monitors and skinks, can interpret the world in a way that is akin to seeing with their tongues. The air becomes a canvas, painted with the invisible trails of prey, rivals, and potential mates. The forked design of the tongue is a marvel of evolutionary engineering. By sampling air from two directions at once, snakes can discern the precise location of a scent source. This directional sense, known as stereo-olfaction, enables them to track moving prey, locate mates, or avoid threats with astonishing accuracy, even in total darkness or dense undergrowth. In the wild, this ability is the difference between a successful hunt and a missed opportunity, between evading danger and falling victim to it. Among the most remarkable sensory adaptations are the heat-sensing pits found in certain snakes, such as pit vipers. These specialized organs, located between the eyes and nostrils, can detect minute differences in temperature, sometimes as small as a fraction of a degree. This adaptation allows pit vipers to sense the body heat of warm-blooded prey, even when concealed by darkness or thick vegetation. The sensitivity of these pits rivals that of advanced technological sensors, enabling the snake to perceive a world of thermal contrasts invisible to the naked eye. This thermal vision is seamlessly integrated with normal sight, creating a composite image that guides the snake's every move. In the darkness of night, the world is transformed into a landscape of glowing shapes and shifting shadows. The neural pathways in the snake's brain merge these signals, allowing it to strike with pinpoint accuracy, guided by the heat signatures of its prey. This adaptation is a testament to the power of evolutionary innovation, providing a decisive advantage in the nocturnal hunt. Pythons and boas, too, possess heat-sensing pits, turning the night into a realm of radiant forms. For these snakes, darkness is not a barrier, but a new dimension to explore. Even the faint warmth of a small mammal is enough to betray its presence, allowing the snake to hunt with silent precision. In the dense forests and tangled undergrowth, this sixth sense is a lifeline, revealing opportunities and dangers that would otherwise remain hidden. The sensory world of reptiles extends beyond scent and heat. Camouflage is another extraordinary adaptation. Chameleons and geckos can alter their color and pattern, blending seamlessly into their surroundings. This ability is not merely for concealment, it is a dynamic response to changes in light, temperature, and even mood. Crocodiles, with their sensitive skin, detect the faintest ripples in the water, alerting them to the approach of prey or the presence of danger. Each adaptation is a chapter in the story of survival, written over millions of years. The environment for reptiles is a living tapestry of scents, heat signatures, and subtle vibrations. Some lizards, such as iguanas, can detect minute ground vibrations through their limbs, sensing the approach of predators or the movement of distant prey. The sun-warmed rocks, the cool shade, the trembling earth, all are messages waiting to be interpreted by those attuned to their language. Every adaptation is a tool, every sense a key to unlocking the secrets of the world. The sixth sense of reptiles is a silent superpower, woven into the fabric of their existence. It is the culmination of countless generations, each one refining the art of survival. Every flick of a tongue, every shimmer of heat, every tremor in the earth is a message, one that reptiles have learned to read with astonishing skill. In the Reptile Kingdom, the unseen is as real as the visible, and mastery of these hidden worlds is the key to enduring in a landscape shaped by challenge and change. The story of the Reptilian sixth sense is a testament to the endless possibilities of adaptation and to the mysteries that still await discovery in the wild. In the untamed world of reptiles, survival is a daily challenge. And when hiding is no longer an option, these remarkable creatures reveal a breathtaking arsenal of evasion tactics. Each species, shaped by millennia of evolution, has developed its own signature moves, ingenious, unexpected, and often astonishing in their effectiveness. In the wild, every heartbeat can mean the difference between life and death, and reptiles have mastered the art of turning the tables on their pursuers with dazzling creativity. Take, for example, the collared lizard. When threatened, it doesn't just run, it erupts into a bipedal sprint, racing across open ground on its hind legs, echoing the speed and agility of ancient reptilian ancestors. The frilled dragon, meanwhile, transforms in an instant. Its spectacular neck frill fans out, making it appear larger and more intimidating, and it bolts upright, dashing away with surprising speed. This sudden display startles would-be predators, buying the dragon precious moments to escape. The basilisk lizard, often called the Jesus Christ lizard, takes evasion to an entirely new level. When danger looms, it launches itself from a branch and sprints across the surface of water, its long toes and rapid movements creating a flurry of droplets. This miraculous dash leaves terrestrial predators stranded at the water's edge, unable to follow. For many lizards, including geckos and skinks, the ultimate sacrifice is a split-second decision, caudal autotomy. In a flash, the tail detaches and thrashes violently, a wriggling decoy that mesmerizes the predator. While the attacker is distracted by the twitching tail, the lizard vanishes into the undergrowth, its life bought at the cost of a vital appendage. The tail, rich in stored fat and crucial for balance, is a heavy price to pay. Yet for the lizard the trade-off is clear. Survival outweighs all else. Over time the tail will regrow, though it may never be quite the same, often shorter, sometimes a different color, but always a testament to the lizard's resilience. Regeneration is a slow, energy-intensive process. New scales form, and the tail gradually lengthens, restoring lost reserves and allowing the lizard to reclaim its full agility. This remarkable ability ensures that even after a narrow escape, the lizard can continue to thrive. Not all reptiles rely on tails for escape. The sidewinder rattlesnake, for instance, has perfected a unique form of locomotion. By lifting sections of its body and moving sideways across scorching desert sands, it glides with minimal contact, making its path unpredictable and nearly impossible for predators to track. Chameleons, the masters of stealth, employ a different strategy. When danger approaches, they freeze mid-step, their bodies blending seamlessly with the foliage as their skin shifts color to match the environment. Their independently moving eyes scan for threats, allowing them to remain motionless and nearly invisible, evading detection by both predator and prey. Across the reptile kingdom, camouflage is a common theme, from the sand-colored scales of desert lizards to the leafy patterns of forest dwellers. Many species vanish into their surroundings, but some take things further. The horned lizard, when cornered, unleashes a startling defense, squirting a stream of blood from its eyes, confusing and repelling attackers. In dense forests, certain snakes flatten their bodies and mimic the appearance of venomous species, deterring would-be threats with a convincing bluff. Some reptiles resort to the ultimate deception, feigning death. A snake may flop onto its back, tongue lolling, body limp, fooling predators into thinking it is no longer a viable meal. Others, like certain lizards, may inflate their bodies or hiss loudly, creating the illusion of greater size or danger. Mimicry and warning displays are widespread. Some harmless snakes bear striking resemblance to venomous counterparts, deterring attacks through visual trickery. Lizards may flash bright colors or display bold patterns, signaling toxicity or unpalatability, even if they are harmless. For others, the landscape itself becomes an ally. Burrowing reptiles vanish underground in an instant, while agile climbers dart into crevices or up trees, slipping from sight before danger can close in. In every corner of the world, reptiles demonstrate that survival is not just about strength or speed, but about adaptability, creativity, and the ability to outwit danger at every turn. Ingenious evasion tactics are the legacy of countless generations, proof that in the Reptile Kingdom survival is a masterpiece of evolution painted in scales, speed, and strategy. Reptiles are the ultimate survivors, sculpted by millions of years to endure the planet's most unforgiving environments. Their cold-blooded nature, ectothermy, means their internal temperature mirrors the world around them. So every day is a careful dance with the elements. As dawn breaks, a lizard stretches across a sun-warmed rock, absorbing the first rays to jumpstart its sluggish metabolism. Snakes, too, coil in golden sunlight, their scales acting as miniature solar panels, channeling warmth deep into their bodies. Chameleons shift their colors to regulate heat, while geckos flatten themselves against stones, maximizing contact with the sun's energy. In the world's harshest deserts, iguanas and tortoises trek across scorching sands, their thick keratinized scales forming a barrier against water loss and the relentless sun. Horned lizards press flat against the ground, minimizing their shadow and exposure, while monitor lizards dig shallow pits to escape the midday inferno. Some reptiles can even close their nostrils to keep out sand and conserve precious moisture, and their skin is so efficient at retaining water that not a single drop is wasted. When temperatures soar or plummet, many reptiles retreat underground or into shaded crevices. Snakes coil in cool burrows, their bodies slowing to conserve energy. Turtles bury themselves deep in mud where the earth's embrace shields them from both heat and cold. Alligators and crocodiles slip beneath the surface of muddy ponds, their heart rates dropping, metabolism slowing to a near standstill. Lizards wedge into rock cracks and geckos vanish beneath leaf litter, all seeking the safety of stable temperatures. In the cold, reptiles enter brumation, a deep energy-saving dormancy where their heart beats slow, breathing becomes shallow, and movement nearly ceases. In searing heat, some estivate, sealing themselves away in cool, moist refuges until the rains return. Geckos wedge into the tiniest cracks, skinks burrow into the softest leaf litter, and all wait, their bodies conserving every ounce of energy, their minds tuned to the subtle signals of changing seasons. Desert tortoises are architects of survival, digging deep, winding burrows that maintain a steady temperature year-round. These underground sanctuaries are often shared with other creatures, creating a network of life beneath the sand. Inside, the air is cool and moist, the walls beaded with condensation, and the tortoises rest, their shells acting as shields, their breathing slow and measured. Some reptiles have evolved astonishing physiological tricks. The wood frog, for example, produces natural antifreeze, proteins and sugars that prevent ice from forming inside its cells, allowing it to survive being frozen solid for weeks. Garter snakes gather in tangled masses deep underground, sharing warmth and waiting for the first hints of spring. Even in the coldest climates, reptiles endure, their blood thickening, their bodies adapting to the chill. By becoming almost motionless, reptiles conserve every drop of energy. Chameleons remain perfectly still for hours, blending into their surroundings, while crocodiles float with only their eyes and nostrils above water, their bodies nearly invisible. Heart rate slow, muscles relax, and every movement is calculated for maximum efficiency, waiting for the perfect moment to strike or simply to survive another day. Their slow metabolism is a marvel of adaptation. Many reptiles can go weeks, even months, without food. Pythons may fast for half a year, surviving on the energy from a single meal. Iguanas nibble on tough cactus pads, extracting moisture and nutrients from the driest fare. Lizards lick dew from their own skin, and tortoises chew patiently on dry grasses, making the most of every bite. Some, like the thorny devil, have grooves along their skin that channel dew and rain straight to their mouths, ensuring not a single drop is wasted. Others catch raindrops on their tongues or drink from leaves after a rare shower. Through a blend of remarkable behaviors and intricate physiology, reptiles slow life's pace, adapt their bodies, and master the art of waiting. In the world's most extreme environments, they not only endure, they thrive, revealing the astonishing power of patience and adaptation in the animal kingdom. Reptile parenting is a world of hidden complexity filled with remarkable strategies and surprising devotion. While many imagine reptiles as cold and indifferent, their approaches to raising young are as varied as their scales. Each species has evolved unique methods to ensure the survival of their offspring, showcasing a fascinating array of behaviors and adaptations. Crocodile mothers, for example, are vigilant guardians. They fiercely defend their nests from predators, gently excavate hatching eggs with their jaws, and even respond to the calls of their young before they hatch. Once the babies emerge, mothers carefully carry them to water, cradled in their mouths, and continue to protect and guide them for months, sometimes even years. This level of care ensures that the young crocodiles have a higher chance of survival in their early, vulnerable stages. Some snakes, like pythons, display extraordinary dedication. They coil tightly around their eggs, generating heat through muscle contractions to incubate them, and may fast for weeks, refusing to leave until the eggs hatch. The king cobra, uniquely among snakes, builds a nest from leaves and guards it fiercely, ensuring her offspring's safety. These behaviors highlight the lengths to which reptilian parents will go to protect their future generations. Not all reptiles lay eggs. Many lizards and snakes, such as skinks and boas, give live birth, especially in colder climates. This adaptation allows mothers to regulate the temperature of developing embryos, increasing their chances of survival in harsh environments. By giving live birth, these reptiles can ensure that their young are born in a more controlled and protected environment. Some lizards, like the blue-tongued skink, stay with their young for days, shielding them from danger. Monitor lizards have been observed defending burrows where their eggs are hidden, while tuataras may share burrows with their hatchlings, offering protection from predators and harsh weather. These protective behaviors are crucial for the survival of the young in their early stages of life. Parental care ranges from fierce guardianship and internal incubation to clever camouflage. Some turtles and iguanas carefully bury their eggs, using sand or leaves to hide them from predators, while chameleons select hidden spots in foliage to lay their eggs, increasing the odds of survival. These strategies demonstrate the diverse ways in which reptiles ensure the safety and development of their offspring. These behaviors reveal a surprising tenderness and adaptability. Some reptiles, like certain geckos, have been seen cleaning their newborns, while others, such as lizards, may share food or guide their young to safe hiding places. This nurturing behavior is essential for the young to learn survival skills and adapt to their environment. Reptile parenthood is as diverse as the animals themselves, shaped by environment, species, and survival needs. From deserts to rainforests, each species has evolved unique ways to give their young the best possible start in life. These adaptations are a testament to the resilience and ingenuity of reptiles in ensuring the continuation of their species. These Remarkable reproductive strategies, whether guarding, incubating, hiding, or nurturing, are the keys to reptilian survival and evolutionary success, ensuring that each new generation is ready to face the challenges of the wild. The dedication and care shown by reptile parents are vital for the continuation of their lineage, showcasing the incredible adaptability and resilience of these ancient creatures. Across millions of years, reptiles have endured the rise and fall of continents, the shifting of climates, and the relentless march of time. Their scales have felt the heat of ancient suns and the chill of ice ages, their instincts honed by countless generations of survival. Yet in this era, their existence teeters on the edge of uncertainty. In the wild, lizards and snakes move through landscapes that have become gauntlets of danger, each day a relentless trial, where the wisdom of their ancestors is tested by new and unfamiliar threats. The world's climate, once a slow and steady force, now shifts with alarming speed. For sea turtles, the warmth of the sand cradling their eggs determines the fate of generations. As beaches grow hotter, the balance between male and female hatchlings is lost, tipping the scales toward a future where entire populations may dwindle, unable to sustain themselves. The fragile promise of each egg is threatened by the invisible hand of a changing world. Across continents, the homes of reptiles are carved into fragments. Once unbroken forests are now patchworks of isolated groves, wetlands shrink into scattered pools, and grasslands are split by barren stretches. Reptiles, whose ancestors roamed vast territories, now find themselves hemmed in by unfamiliar boundaries. The journey from one patch of shelter to another becomes a perilous odyssey, with each crossing risking exposure to predators, starvation, or the loss of vital genetic diversity. The world is no longer pristine. Pollution seeps into every crevice of reptilian life. Plastics, once unknown, now litter nesting grounds, ensnaring hatchlings and poisoning the sand. Chemicals drift through water and soil, their invisible presence weakening bodies and disrupting the delicate balance of life. Roads and barriers slice through ancient migration routes, forcing reptiles to risk their lives in search of food, mates, and shelter. Each new hazard unravels the intricate web that has sustained them for millennia. In the face of these mounting threats, the resilience of reptiles is tested as never before. Some species retreat deeper into the shadows, seeking refuge in the last, untouched corners of their world. Others adapt in subtle ways, altering nesting times, shifting hunting grounds, or changing the rhythms of their lives in a desperate bid to survive. The struggle is relentless, and for many the margin between survival and extinction grows ever thinner. As the climate crisis deepens, the natural world responds with innovation born of necessity. Some reptiles lay their eggs in cooler, shaded spots, seeking to restore the balance of their offspring. Others dig deeper nests or time their emergence to avoid the harshest heat. The instinct to protect the next generation drives them to adapt, even as the world around them changes in ways they cannot fully comprehend. Within the heart of every reptile lies a story of survival, of eggs hidden beneath sand, of hatchlings racing toward the safety of the sea, of silent hunters gliding through leaf litter, unseen and unheralded. Their lives are shaped by the land and the seasons, by the subtle cues of temperature and rainfall, by the ever-present need to find food, evade predators, and secure a place in the world. These creatures are not monsters, but marvels, living barometers of planetary health. Their vibrant colors, intricate patterns, and secretive lives are testaments to nature's complexity and beauty. Each scale, each flicker of a tongue is a reminder of the ancient wisdom encoded in their DNA. To protect reptiles is to safeguard the intricate ecosystems that sustain all life. Wetlands, forests, and grasslands are not merely backdrops, but living tapestries where every species plays a part. When a wetland thrives, so too do the turtles, snakes, and lizards that call it home. When a forest endures, it shelters not just reptiles, but a chorus of life that echoes through the ages. The future of reptiles is uncertain. their ancient story now at a crossroads. Their fate will be determined by the shifting balance of nature, by the resilience of their instincts, and by the delicate interplay of chance and adaptation. Yet as long as they endure, these remarkable survivors will continue to inspire awe, reminding the world of the enduring power and fragility of life itself. Across the globe, reptiles have become living blueprints of evolutionary ingenuity, each continent a crucible forging its own suite of defensive marvels. Their survival is a testament to nature's relentless experimentation, where every environment, be it scorching desert, dense rainforest, or windswept savanna, demands a unique solution to the ever-present threat of predation. In the sun-baked deserts of Australia, reptiles endure extremes of heat and scarcity. Here, survival means more than just hiding. It requires innovation. Meanwhile, in the tangled rainforests of South America, the dense foliage conceals both predator and prey, driving the evolution of cryptic coloration and sudden, startling displays. The thorny devil lizard, a denizen of Australia's arid heart, is clad in a formidable suit of spikes, each one a deterrent to would-be attackers. But its defences go beyond armour. Intricate grooves along its skin channel precious rainwater directly to its mouth, allowing it to drink from the faintest desert drizzle. This dual adaptation shields it from both predators and the relentless thirst of its environment. The frilled dragon, another Australian marvel, transforms in an instant. When danger looms, it unfurls a spectacular neck frill, its sudden burst of colour and size startling even the boldest adversary. This dramatic display buys the dragon precious seconds to dash away, vanishing into the undergrowth. On the open savannas of Africa, the armadillo-girdled lizard has perfected the art of defence by becoming its own fortress. When threatened, it curls into a tight ball, armoured scales interlocking to form an impenetrable shield, thwarting the jaws and claws of would-be predators. In the lush forests of Madagascar, the leaf-tailed gecko is a master illusionist. Its jagged outline and mottled skin mimic the bark and moss of ancient trees, rendering it nearly invisible. This camouflage is so complete that even the sharpest eyes can be fooled, allowing the gecko to evade detection and ambush prey. In the arid expanses of North America, the horned lizard stands as a sentinel of the desert, its spiny body blending with the rocky terrain. But when camouflage fails, this remarkable reptile unleashes a defense unlike any other, squirting a stream of blood from its eyes. The foul-tasting liquid startles and repels predators, a bizarre yet effective last resort honed by countless generations. High in the emerald canopy of the Amazon, the emerald tree boa becomes a living vine. Its vibrant green scales and motionless coils blend seamlessly with the leaves, allowing it to remain undetected for hours, waiting patiently for the perfect moment to strike or to avoid becoming prey itself. In the forests of Asia, the flying dragon takes to the air, its elongated ribs supporting wing-like membranes. With a leap, it glides from tree to tree, escaping danger from both ground and sky. This aerial escape is both a spectacle and a survival strategy, a testament to the power of adaptation. On the volcanic shores of the Galapagos, the marine iguana has conquered two worlds. When threatened on land, it plunges into the frigid surf, using its powerful tail to swim through crashing waves, foraging on underwater algae and evading terrestrial predators by becoming a creature of the sea. Each of these adaptations is a living chronicle of evolutionary problem-solving, a record of challenges met with creativity and resilience. From armor and camouflage to spectacle and subterfuge, reptiles have rewritten the rules of survival in every corner of the world. Their defenses are more than mere reactions to danger. They are stories etched in scales and bone, each adaptation a signature of the landscape that shaped it, a living link between creature and environment. As the world changes and new threats arise, these remarkable survivors continue to adapt, proving that in the endless arms race of nature, innovation is the greatest shield of all. For reptiles, the world is sculpted by the sun, their very existence intertwined with the rhythms of temperature and light. Every dawn brings a new negotiation with the elements, as these ancient survivors rely on the warmth of their surroundings to fuel their bodies and shape their destinies. Unlike mammals and birds, reptiles are ectotherms, organisms whose internal temperature and metabolic rate are governed by the environment. This fundamental trait means that every aspect of their lives, from movement to digestion, is dictated by the sun's energy and the ambient warmth or chill. This reliance on external heat is both a vulnerability and a remarkable strength. It has driven the evolution of a dazzling array of behaviors and physiological adaptations, allowing reptiles to thrive in environments as varied as arid deserts, lush forests, and flooded wetlands. In the scorching deserts of the American Southwest, the sidewinder rattlesnake demonstrates a masterclass in thermoregulation. Its sinuous looping motion across the sun-baked sand is not just a means of travel, but a survival strategy honed by millennia of natural selection. By lifting most of its body off the ground, the sidewinder minimizes contact with the blistering surface, reducing heat absorption and conserving precious moisture. Scientific studies have shown that this unique form of locomotion allows the snake to remain active during periods when the sand's surface temperature can exceed 60 degrees Celsius. Meanwhile, the desert tortoise employs a different strategy. During the hottest hours, it retreats deep into burrows, where temperatures remain stable and humidity is higher. Research has revealed that these underground refuges can be up to 20 degrees cooler than the surface, providing a sanctuary until the air cools enough for safe foraging and mating. But it's not just about surviving the heat. Cold presents its own formidable challenges, demanding equally ingenious solutions. In temperate zones, painted turtles endure the long frozen winters by sealing themselves beneath the ice of ponds. Their metabolism slows to a near standstill, a phenomenon known as brumation. Studies have documented that these turtles can survive for months without breathing air, relying on the slow diffusion of oxygen through their skin and cloaca. This remarkable adaptation, called cloacal respiration, allows them to extract the scant oxygen dissolved in the cold water, a feat that has fascinated biologists for decades and underscores the extraordinary resilience of reptilian physiology. Temperature also exerts a profound influence on the next generation, shaping the very fabric of reptile populations. In many species, such as sea turtles and crocodilians, the warmth of the nest determines the sex of the offspring, a phenomenon known as temperature-dependent sex determination. Scientific experiments have shown that even a difference of 2 or 3 degrees Celsius during incubation can shift the balance between male and female hatchlings. This delicate system links climate directly to population dynamics and long-term survival. In some years, entire cohorts may be predominantly one sex, a pattern that can ripple through generations and affect the stability of populations. Across the globe, case studies reveal just how sensitive reptiles are to the nuances of climate and how they respond with astonishing flexibility. In Australia, bearded dragons have been observed altering their basking habits and even changing their skin color to regulate internal temperatures. Research has documented that these lizards darken their skin to absorb more heat on cool mornings, then lighten it to reflect sunlight as temperatures rise, a dynamic adaptation to increasingly intense heat waves. In the Amazon, anacondas synchronize their breeding with the seasonal floods. Studies have shown that the timing ensures their young are born when prey is most abundant and the water provides a refuge from predators, maximizing the chances of survival in a dynamic environment. As global climates shift, reptiles find themselves at the front line of change, their fates entwined with the planet's evolving temperatures. Some species adapt, altering behaviors, migration patterns, and even physiological thresholds. Others face unprecedented threats from skewed sex ratios to shrinking habitats, as documented in long-term ecological studies. The story of reptiles and climate is a delicate dance of adaptation and survival, written in the language of sun and shadow, heat and cold. With every sunrise, these remarkable creatures continue to navigate a world in flux, seizing opportunity and braving risk in the ongoing saga of life shaped by temperature. Beneath the intricate mosaic of scales and the hush of their movements, reptiles harbour a world of communication as ancient as their lineage. Their language is woven from a tapestry of signals, visual, chemical, and tactile, each evolved over millions of years to suit the challenges of their environments and the demands of survival. Unlike the melodic calls of birds or the vocalizations of mammals, reptilian communication is a symphony of subtlety. Most reptiles converse in ways invisible to the untrained eye, relying on a complex interplay of body language, color displays, and chemical cues. These silent signals allow them to navigate a world where being seen or heard can mean the difference between life and death. Consider the anole lizard, a master of visual signaling. On a sun-drenched branch, a male anole unfurls his dewlap, a vibrant throat fan, flashing brilliant hues in a carefully choreographed sequence of head bobs and push-ups. Each movement, each burst of color, is a message, a warning to rivals, an invitation to potential mates, and a bold proclamation of territory. The dewlap's color and pattern are unique to each species, ensuring that the message is understood only by the intended audience. This visual performance is a multi-purpose broadcast, its meaning shifting with context. Sometimes a challenge, sometimes a courtship display, always a testament to the evolutionary arms race of communication. In the arid deserts, the frill-necked lizard transforms itself in an instant. With a sudden flare, it extends its dramatic neck frill and gapes its mouth wide, creating a living warning sign. This display startles would-be predators and intimidates competitors, a vivid example of how visual signals can deter conflict and conserve precious energy. Yet not all reptilian messages are meant to be seen. Many are whispered in the language of scent, drifting invisibly through the air or lingering on the ground. Reptiles are adept chemists, producing and detecting a vast array of pheromones. These chemical signals carry information about identity, reproductive status, and territory, allowing reptiles to communicate across distance and time. Snakes, with their ever-flickering tongues, sample the air for these invisible messages. Each flick draws in molecules which are analyzed by a specialized organ in the roof of the mouth. Through this sense, snakes can track potential mates, rivals, or prey, following trails that wind through the undergrowth and across the forest floor. During the breeding season, a female garter snake releases a unique pheromone signature, weaving a chemical path that draws dozens of suitors. Males attuned to the faintest trace converge in a writhing mass, each vying for the chance to pass on their genes. This ritual, silent yet powerful, is orchestrated entirely by scent. Body language, too, is a vital dialect in the reptilian lexicon. Every gesture, posture, and movement is loaded with meaning, honed by generations of evolutionary trial and error. Tortoises, for example, engage in slow-motion duels, ramming their armored shells and shoving with deliberate force. These contests for dominance or mating rights are rarely fatal, but the outcome determines access to resources and the future of their lineage. Crocodilians, ancient rulers of the waterways, employ a repertoire of subtle postures. A raised snout, an arched back, or a gentle vibration of the body in shallow water can signal aggression, submission, or intent. These signals help avoid unnecessary conflict, preserving energy for the hunt and the defense of territory. Even the nocturnal gecko, cloaked in darkness, communicates in ways almost imperceptible. Faint chirps beyond the range of many ears ripple through the night, carrying messages of territory and warning. In moments of danger, a rapid wave of the tail becomes a flashing beacon, a warning to would-be predators and a signal to others nearby. This tail language, shared by many lizards, is a last line of defense, a plea for caution in a world of silent threats. These silent conversations shape every aspect of reptile existence, from the delicate dance of courtship to the fierce contests of dominance, From the hunt to the art of evasion, communication is the thread that binds their lives together. Each signal, each gesture, is a product of evolutionary pressures, refined to perfection by the demands of survival. In a realm where stealth and subtlety reign, the language of reptiles is a masterpiece of adaptation, spoken in colors, scents, and the quiet choreography of the wild. It is a language as old as time, echoing through forests, deserts, and swamps, shaping destinies in silence and shadow. Across the globe, the ancient lineage of reptiles faces a convergence of threats more formidable than any in their evolutionary history. Their world, once shaped by the slow hand of geological time, now shifts with alarming speed. For millions of years, reptiles have endured mass extinctions, shifting continents, and dramatic climate swings. Yet today their greatest adversaries are invasive species and the relentless fragmentation of their habitats, forces that strike with suddenness and persistence, leaving little time for adaptation. The evidence is stark and undeniable. In isolated ecosystems, the arrival of non-native predators and competitors has upended the delicate balance that once allowed reptiles to flourish. On remote Pacific islands, the brown tree snake stands as a case study in ecological upheaval. Once absent from these lands, its introduction led to the collapse of native bird populations, stripping the forests of vital pollinators and seed dispersers. With birds gone, reptiles such as skinks and geckos found themselves in fierce competition for food, their numbers dwindling as the food web unraveled. In Australia, the cane toad spread has rewritten the rules of survival. Its toxic skin, a defense unknown to native predators, has proven lethal to snakes and lizards that attempt to prey upon it. The result? A dramatic decline in native reptile populations and a cascade of changes throughout the ecosystem as ancient predator-prey relationships are severed. Yet perhaps the most insidious threat is the loss and fragmentation of habitat. Forests, wetlands, and deserts, once vast and unbroken, are now carved into isolated fragments, each a shrinking refuge for the reptiles within. As wild spaces are transformed, continuous ecosystems become patchworks of isolated pockets. Reptiles, whose survival often hinges on access to specific microhabitats, find themselves trapped in shrinking islands of suitable terrain. Many reptiles depend on precise environmental conditions: sun-warmed rocks for basking, cool wetlands for breeding, undisturbed leaf litter for shelter. When these microhabitats vanish, so too do the species that rely on them. Sea turtles, for example, return year after year to the same beaches to lay their eggs. When these sandy stretches are lost to erosion or encroachment, entire generations are lost, and the ancient cycle of return is broken. Chameleons, masters of camouflage, now find their forests reduced to scattered fragments. Isolated from one another, populations dwindle, genetic diversity shrinks, and the risk of extinction grows. Even the adaptable gecko, once thriving in a world of darkness, now faces a new peril: the glare of artificial lights. Nighttime illumination disrupts their hunting and breeding, leaving them vulnerable in a world that never truly sleeps. Despite these mounting challenges, the story of reptile survival is not yet finished. Across the world, pockets of resilience emerge, places where habitats remain undisturbed and ancient rhythms continue. In these sanctuaries, reptiles persist, adapting in subtle ways. Some alter their nesting times, others shift their diets, and a few even develop resistance to the toxins of invaders. In the wild, reptiles navigate fragmented landscapes, seeking out corridors of safety, riverbanks, hedgerows, and rocky outcrops that connect one patch of habitat to another. Some species, like the resilient skink, exploit new shelters, fallen logs, abandoned burrows, or dense thickets, finding ways to survive in altered environments. On islands where invasive predators once reigned, their removal has allowed native reptiles to rebound, reclaiming lost ground and restoring balance to the ecosystem. Wildlife corridors, natural bridges of vegetation, offer lifelines, allowing reptiles to move, breed, and maintain healthy populations across fragmented landscapes. In the absence of disturbance, ecosystems begin to heal. Native plants reclaim the land, and with them the insects and small animals that form the foundation of reptile diets. On undisturbed beaches, turtle hatchlings emerge under the cover of darkness, racing toward the sea as their ancestors have for millennia, guided by the moon and stars. In remote forests, chameleons blend seamlessly into the foliage, their colors shifting with the light, their movements as ancient as the trees themselves. The battle for survival is ongoing, a contest of adaptation and resilience. Each day brings new challenges, but also new opportunities for renewal. Every restored patch of habitat, every successful nesting is a testament to the enduring strength of reptiles, a lineage that has weathered the worst the world can offer. In the face of daunting odds, the story of reptiles continues, a saga of survival, adaptation, and the unbreakable bond between species and the wild places they call home. As the world transforms at a pace never before witnessed, the saga of reptiles continues to unfold, echoing through shifting landscapes and changing climates. Their story is one of resilience, adaptation, and the relentless drive to survive. Across continents, reptiles inhabit every imaginable environment, from sun-baked deserts to lush rainforests, from windswept mountaintops to the heart of bustling cities. Their ability to persist in such diverse habitats hints at a future shaped by both challenge and opportunity. As the environment shifts, reptiles are already displaying remarkable signs of adaptation. In the wild, subtle changes in behavior and physiology are emerging, offering a glimpse into the evolutionary experiments unfolding in real time. The question arises, how will these ancient survivors meet the challenges of tomorrow? What new forms and behaviors might emerge as they navigate a world in flux? Evolution, ever present and unyielding, continues to sculpt reptiles in response to shifting temperatures, altered landscapes, and new ecological pressures. In some regions, lizards are developing novel hunting strategies, while snakes are observed employing new forms of camouflage and ambush. Urban environments, once inhospitable, are now home to lizards with enhanced toe pads, allowing them to scale smooth glass and concrete with ease. These adaptations are not the result of centuries, but of mere decades. Evolution in fast forward. In other places, snakes are evolving resistance to toxins found in invasive prey, a testament to their ability to meet new threats head-on. These changes, occurring within just a few generations, reveal the astonishing speed at which reptiles can adapt when faced with novel challenges. From altered scale patterns to shifts in body size and coloration, the evidence of rapid evolution is everywhere, offering a window into the future of these remarkable creatures. Yet, perhaps the greatest test lies ahead, the relentless advance of climate change. As heat waves intensify and droughts become more frequent, reptiles whose lives are intimately tied to temperature must find new ways to survive. Some species are already shifting their ranges, climbing to higher elevations or seeking refuge in cooler microhabitats. Others retreat into dense forests or burrow deeper beneath the earth, escaping the searing heat above. Species with flexible diets and behaviors are poised to thrive, able to exploit new food sources and adapt to shifting seasons. Some may evolve new physiological tricks, changing color to reflect heat, burrowing to escape the midday sun, or altering their metabolic rates to cope with extreme conditions. The timing of life itself may shift, with eggs hatching earlier or later, and activity patterns changing to match new seasonal rhythms. Adaptation, however, is not just about survival, it is about innovation. Reptiles are natural problem solvers, and their future may be filled with unexpected solutions to the challenges they face. Imagine turtles nesting in the most unlikely places, on rooftops, in city parks, or even in the crevices of abandoned buildings. Picture geckos thriving in neon-lit cityscapes, their eyes and skin adapting to artificial light and new surfaces. Chameleons may develop even more sophisticated camouflage, blending seamlessly into the ever-changing tapestry of human-altered habitats. The future holds surprises, behaviors and adaptations never before seen as reptiles push the boundaries of what is possible. In newly restored wetlands and rewilded forests, reptiles may pioneer new ecological roles, filling gaps left by vanished species and forging new relationships within their communities. Communication may evolve, with new signals and displays emerging to suit novel environments and social structures. Shelters and refuges will change too. Reptiles may exploit artificial structures, abandoned burrows, or even the shadows of towering buildings as safe havens. Over time, entirely new forms may emerge, reptiles with unexpected colors, shapes, or abilities, each a testament to the power of natural selection. In protected environments, diversity will flourish as species adapt to the unique challenges and opportunities of their surroundings. The story of reptile adaptation is still being written. Each footprint in the sand, each hatchling that emerges, adds a new chapter to this unfolding epic. The future will be shaped by resilience, by the ability to overcome obstacles and seize new opportunities in a world of constant change. As the horizon stretches before them, one truth endures. These ancient survivors have weathered the unimaginable before, enduring mass extinctions, shifting continents, and the rise and fall of countless worlds. And as the next chapter unfolds, they will continue to adapt, persist, and astonish, living testaments to the enduring power of life itself. In the world of reptiles, color is never just for show. It is a language, a shield, and a weapon, woven deep into the fabric of survival. Across continents and centuries, the ability to change color has emerged as one of nature's most ingenious adaptations, offering reptiles a versatile edge in the eternal contest between predator and prey. But how does this chromatic magic unfold? Beneath the scales, a sophisticated network of specialized cells, chromatophores, holds the key. These cells, layered in the skin, contain pigments of yellow, red, and black, while beneath them, iridophores reflect and scatter light, adding iridescent blues and greens. By expanding or contracting these cells, reptiles can rapidly shift their appearance, blending seamlessly with their surroundings, or broadcasting bold warnings to would-be threats. This biological palette is controlled by finely tuned chemical signals, triggered by changes in temperature, light, or the animal's own emotional state. Among the masters of this art, the chameleon reigns supreme. With a flicker of intent, its skin ripples through a spectrum of hues, emerald greens, sapphire blues, sunlit yellows, matching the dappled light of forest leaves or the muted tones of desert sand. This camouflage is no mere trick of the eye. It is a crucial tool, allowing chameleons to vanish from sight, evade predators, and hunt unsuspecting insects. But chameleons are not alone in this evolutionary theatre. The Moorish gecko, pressed against sun-bleached stone, shifts from pale grey to deep brown, melting into the shadows cast by rock and branch. The Anole lizard, a master of microhabitats, adjusts its coloration to mirror moss, bark, or leaf, navigating a world of perpetual risk with subtlety and speed. Even some snakes, such as the Malayan pit viper, can alter their patterning, disrupting their outline in leaf litter and forest floor, a living puzzle for the keenest eyes to solve. Color change is not solely about hiding. For many reptiles, it is a means of communication. A male anole flashes a vibrant throat fan, signaling dominance or readiness to mate. A chameleon's sudden burst of color warns rivals to keep their distance or signals submission to a more powerful foe. In the cool dawn, a reptile may darken its skin, absorbing precious warmth from the sun. As the day heats up, it shifts to lighter tones, reflecting excess light and regulating its body temperature with precision. The evolutionary roots of this adaptation run deep. In environments where danger lurks at every turn, the ability to vanish or to stand out can mean the difference between life and death. Over countless generations, natural selection has honed these mechanisms, favoring individuals who can best manipulate the palette of their skin. The result is a dazzling display of diversity, From the iridescent scales of the rainbow agama to the shifting patterns of the desert-horned lizard, each species tells a story of survival painted in living color. As the world changes, so too does the role of color change. New predators, shifting climates, and evolving habitats drive innovation in camouflage and display. In some species, the speed and subtlety of color change are increasing, while others develop entirely new patterns and hues, opening fresh chapters in the saga of adaptation. In the silent world of reptiles, color is never just a decoration. It is a shield against danger, a tool for thermoregulation, a signal to rivals and mates, a vital expression of the evolutionary dance. In every shimmer and shift, in every shadow and flash, the power of color change endures, a testament to the endless creativity of life itself. Beneath the tranquil surface of the world's forests, deserts, and wetlands, a silent arms race unfolds, one where chemistry is as crucial as claws or camouflage. Here, some of nature's most formidable survivors wield a secret weapon, venom. For reptiles, venom is far more than a means of attack. It is a masterpiece of evolutionary engineering, finely tuned to shape the destinies of both predator and prey. The story of reptilian venom begins deep in evolutionary history. Over millions of years, certain lineages, snakes, a handful of lizards, and even ancient relatives now lost to time, developed the ability to produce complex biochemical cocktails, each drop a potent blend of proteins, enzymes, and toxins. This molecular arsenal is as varied as the reptiles themselves, reflecting the diverse challenges of their environments. Venom is not a one-size-fits-all solution. In the world of snakes, for example, two major venom strategies dominate: neurotoxins and hemotoxins. Neurotoxins, wielded by species such as cobras and coral snakes, target the nervous system, swiftly immobilizing prey by disrupting vital electrical signals. Hemotoxins, favored by vipers and pit vipers, attack blood and tissue, breaking down cells and causing rapid internal damage. Some species, like the boomslang, employ a subtler blend, their venom quietly disabling the blood's ability to clot, ensuring a swift yet silent end. But the tale does not end with snakes. The Gila monster and its cousin, the Mexican beaded lizard, are among the world's rare venomous lizards. Their venom, delivered through grooves in the lower jaw, is a slow-acting cocktail designed to subdue small mammals and birds, tipping the scales in the delicate balance of desert life. Even the Komodo dragon, ruler of its island domain, possesses toxic proteins in its saliva, an evolutionary adaptation that weakens prey with every bite, tilting the odds in its favor. The delivery systems for these venoms are as ingenious as the toxins themselves. Hollow fangs, retractable and razor-sharp, act as hypodermic needles in vipers, injecting venom deep into their target. Elapids, such as mambas and sea snakes, sport fixed front fangs, optimized for rapid, precise strikes. Some rear-fanged snakes, like the twig snake, use grooves along their teeth, channeling venom slowly as they hold on to their prey. Each adaptation is a reflection of hunting style, prey type, and ecological niche. The impact of venom ripples outward through entire ecosystems. For the predator, it is the difference between feast and famine, a tool for subduing swift, elusive, or armored prey with minimal struggle. For prey species, the constant threat of venom drives the evolution of new defenses, thicker hides, faster reflexes, and even biochemical resistance. This perpetual contest shapes biodiversity, forging new forms and behaviors in both hunter and hunted. Yet venom's role extends beyond the hunt. Some reptiles use their venom as a shield, deterring would-be attackers with the promise of swift retribution. Others employ it in territorial disputes or to secure mates, adding another layer to the complex web of reptilian life. In this world of silent precision and invisible power, venom is a testament to evolutionary innovation. It is a force that sculpts landscapes, balances populations, and fuels the endless dance of adaptation. In every drop, a story is written of survival, specialization, and the relentless quest for the upper hand in nature's eternal game. Beneath the sun-baked crust of deserts, within the tangled roots of rainforests, and under the shifting sands of coastal dunes, reptiles have mastered the art of vanishing in plain sight. Here, in the world beneath our feet, burrowing and shelter construction emerge as silent strategies, vital, ingenious, and often unseen. For many reptiles, the challenge is not only to hunt, but to endure. Extreme temperatures, relentless predators, and sudden droughts threaten survival at every turn. In response, countless species have taken to the earth, transforming soil, sand, and leaf litter into elaborate sanctuaries. The gopher tortoise of the southeastern United States is a true architect of the underground. With sturdy, shovel-like forelimbs, it excavates deep burrows, sometimes over 30 feet long and 10 feet deep. These tunnels maintain a stable temperature and humidity, shielding the tortoise from searing summer heat, chilling winter cold, and even wildfires. But the benefits ripple outward. Abandoned tortoise burrows become life-saving refuges for over 350 other species, weaving the tortoise's legacy into the very fabric of its ecosystem. In the arid stretches of the Australian outback, the sand goanna employs a different strategy. Using powerful claws, it digs shallow retreats to escape the midday sun and lurking predators. When threatened, the goanna can vanish in seconds, corkscrewing into loose sand until only its nostrils are visible, a masterful blend of speed and stealth. Some reptiles, like the horned lizard, take a minimalist approach. Rather than digging elaborate tunnels, they bury themselves just beneath the surface, their textured scales blending seamlessly with gravel and soil. This not only offers protection from predators, but also aids in thermoregulation, allowing the lizard to bask in warmth or cool off as needed. The desert-dwelling spiny-tailed lizard, or Eurymastix, constructs complex burrow systems with branching tunnels and multiple entrances. These underground networks serve as safe havens from raptors and snakes, and as nurseries for their young. The Eurymastix's burrow entrances are often angled away from prevailing winds, a subtle yet effective adaptation to minimize sand intrusion and maintain internal climate. In wetter realms, the Asian water monitor seeks refuge in riverbank burrows, while the strikingly patterned blue-tongued skink of Australia uses leaf litter logs and rock crevices to fashion impromptu shelters. These strategies reveal a remarkable flexibility, reptiles adapting not just to the land but to every microhabitat it offers. Burrowing and shelter building are more than defensive maneuvers. They are blueprints for survival, passed down through generations and fine-tuned to local landscapes. Each tunnel, hollow, and hideaway is a testament to the resilience and resourcefulness of reptiles, a hidden world where the struggle for survival plays out, quietly, beneath the surface. Across continents and ecosystems, a silent upheaval is underway. As global temperatures rise and weather patterns shift, reptiles, ancient survivors of Earth's greatest upheavals, find themselves at a new crossroads. Their world is changing faster than ever before, challenging every instinct, every adaptation honed over millions of years. In the wetlands of the Amazon, caimans once basked in predictable cycles of flood and drought. Now erratic rainfall and extended dry seasons shrink their watery sanctuaries, concentrating prey and predators alike. Studies reveal that as water levels drop, nest temperatures soar, disrupting the delicate balance that determines the sex of hatchlings. For many reptiles, from turtles to crocodilians, even a slight increase in nest warmth can tip the scales, skewing entire generations toward one sex and threatening population stability. On sun-baked islands, sea turtles face a similar crisis. Their eggs, buried in sand, are exquisitely sensitive to temperature. Recent research shows that in some rookeries, over 90% of hatchlings are now female, a stark warning of climate's invisible hand. As sands heat up, the ancient rhythm of turtle reproduction falters, and the future of these voyagers grows uncertain. Desert lizards, masters of heat, are being pushed to their limits. In southern Africa, the armadillo-girdled lizard once thrived in rocky outcrops, darting out to hunt in the cool of dawn. But as heat waves intensify, the safe window for activity narrows. Some populations now spend up to 70% of daylight hours in hiding, sacrificing feeding and mating opportunities for survival. Yet in the face of these challenges, reptiles reveal remarkable ingenuity. Certain gecko species, once active only at night, now shift their foraging to cooler twilight hours, adapting their routines to the new climate clock. Some snakes have altered their breeding seasons, timing egg-laying to coincide with the rarest, most favourable conditions. In Australia, the bearded dragon shows hints of rapid evolutionary change. Populations exposed to higher temperatures are developing greater heat tolerance, a testament to nature's capacity for swift adaptation. But adaptation alone is not always enough. Conservation efforts now focus on safeguarding the places where reptiles can still thrive. Protected wetlands, shaded nesting sites, and corridors of untouched forest become lifelines, natural refuges in a warming world. Scientists monitor temperature shifts, track population dynamics, and search for resilient individuals, hoping to preserve the genetic diversity that underpins survival. For reptiles, the path ahead is uncertain, shaped by forces beyond their control. Some will adapt, some will move, and others may fade into the shadows of history. But in every burrow, beneath every sun-warmed stone, the ancient struggle continues. Life adapting, enduring, and evolving with the changing earth. Beneath the canopy, across the sands, and within the murky depths, an ancient contest unfolds. A relentless arms race between reptiles and the creatures they hunt and those who hunt them. It's a saga written in scales, fangs, and claws, where survival hinges not only on strength, but on innovation and adaptation. In the tangled forests of Madagascar, the leaf-tailed gecko vanishes against the bark, its camouflage so perfect it fools even the sharpest eyes. Yet predators, like the tree boa, have evolved a countermeasure heat-sensing pits that pierce the illusion, detecting the subtle warmth of hidden prey. For every leap in concealment, a predator's senses sharpen, driving both to ever greater extremes. On the African savanna, the spiny-tailed agama dazzles with bursts of speed and erratic zigzags, an escape artist honed by generations of pursuit from nimble raptors and cunning snakes. But the predators, too, are locked in this evolutionary duel. The boomslang, a highly venomous snake, has developed binocular vision and lightning-fast strikes, reading the agama's feints and adapting its own tactics in real time. Even at the microscopic level, the contest continues. The venom of a pit viper evolves ever more potent toxins, targeting the unique physiology of its favoured prey, rodents and birds. In response, some prey species develop resistance, their blood chemistry shifting to neutralize the venom's effects. This molecular arms race escalates, each adaptation sparking a counter-adaptation in a never-ending cycle. Consider the marine world where sea snakes glide through coral reefs. Their prey, fish with lightning reflexes, have evolved to detect the faintest ripple in the water, triggering instant flight. In turn, sea snakes refine their hunting techniques. Some mimic the appearance of harmless species, lulling prey into a false sense of security before striking with surgical precision. In the deserts of North America, the sidewinder rattlesnake faces off against the kangaroo rat, a master of agility. The rattlesnake's heat-sensing organs and rapid-strike muscles are met with the rat's explosive jumps, sometimes leaping over a meter in a single bound to evade capture. Studies reveal that each adaptation, faster strikes, higher jumps, fuels the next, a biological arms race etched into their DNA. These rivalries shape every facet of reptile evolution, from the cryptic patterns on a chameleon's skin to the armored plates of a crocodile. Each adaptation is both a shield and a challenge, driving innovation across the tree of life. In this eternal duel, there are no victors, only survivors, endlessly adapting, their destinies forever intertwined with those they pursue and those who pursue them. Here in the shadows and the sunlight, the evolutionary arms race continues, a testament to the power of adaptation and the unending dance between predator and prey. In the grand theatre of nature, mimicry stands as one of the most astonishing acts. a performance so convincing that it can mean the difference between life and death. Among reptiles, this art of deception has evolved into a myriad of forms, each more ingenious than the last. Imagine the forests of Southeast Asia where the banded krait slithers through the underbrush. With its striking black and yellow bands, one might mistake it for the highly venomous coral snake. But this similarity is no accident. The banded krait, while venomous in its own right, leverages its mimicry to ward off potential predators who have learned to avoid the deadly coral snake. This form of mimicry, known as Bayesian mimicry, allows the krait to navigate its world with a cloak of borrowed danger. In the arid expanses of Australia, another master of disguise emerges. The frilled neck lizard, when threatened, unfurls a magnificent frill around its neck, transforming into a creature of menacing proportions. This sudden display mimics the appearance of more formidable predators, causing hesitation in would-be attackers and providing the lizard with a precious moment to escape. This is an example of aggressive mimicry, where the lizard's dramatic transformation serves to intimidate and confuse. Venturing into the wetlands of South America, we find the anaconda, a serpent of legendary size and strength, yet it is the smaller, more unassuming species, like the false coral snake, that captivate with their mimicry. These snakes exhibit coloration and patterns remarkably similar to the true coral snake, a tactic that deters predators due to the association with venomous danger. Such mimicry not only enhances survival but also underscores the intricate dance of evolution, where appearance can be as potent as any physical defense. In the dense foliage of Madagascar, the leaf-tailed gecko performs an extraordinary vanishing act. Its body, adorned with leaf-like patterns and textures, melds seamlessly with the surrounding leaves and bark. This form of mimicry, known as crypsis, is so effective that it can evade detection even from the most discerning eyes. By becoming one with its environment, the gecko reduces the risk of predation and enhances its ability to ambush unsuspecting prey. The coral reefs of the Indo-Pacific are home to the banded sea krait, a snake that has perfected the art of mimicry in the marine world. With its bold black and white bands, it closely resembles the venomous sea snake, a resemblance that affords it protection in the bustling underwater metropolis. Predators, wary of the venomous counterpart, give the banded sea krait a wide berth, allowing it to hunt and explore with reduced threat. Mimicry in reptiles is not merely about appearance, it extends to behavior and movement. The European adder, for instance, mimics the motion of more dangerous vipers, swaying and striking in a manner that suggests a higher threat level. This behavioral mimicry confuses predators and grants the adder a tactical advantage in the wild. These examples illustrate that mimicry in reptiles is a multifaceted strategy encompassing visual, behavioral, and even auditory elements. Each mimic, whether a master of disguise or a deceptive performer, showcases the incredible adaptability and resourcefulness of reptiles. Through mimicry, they navigate a world of constant threats and opportunities, their survival intricately linked to their ability to deceive and surprise. In the silent, unseen realms of nature, mimicry stands as a testament to the power of illusion, a survival strategy honed by millions of years of evolution. For reptiles, the art of mimicry is not just a means of survival. It is a celebration of the endless ingenuity and resilience that defines life on Earth. Beneath the relentless sun and across endless dunes, desert-dwelling reptiles perform feats of survival that border on alchemy. In these unforgiving landscapes, where water is a rare treasure and temperatures swing from searing to freezing, only the most ingeniously adapted endure. Water conservation is the first commandment. The thorny devil of Australia, for example, wears a suit of spiky armor not just for defense, but for survival. Tiny grooves along its skin channel morning dew and scarce rainfall directly toward its mouth, sipping life from the very air. Deep underground, the Gila monster stores fat and water in its tail, a living reservoir sustaining it through months of drought. Thermoregulation is a delicate dance. The sandfish skink glides beneath the scorching surface, where sand acts as a thermal buffer, escaping both the midday blaze and nighttime chill. Meanwhile, the sidewinder rattlesnake performs its signature sideways crawl, minimizing contact with the blistering ground and reducing heat absorption. In the shade of rocky outcrops, the desert iguana flattens its body, maximizing surface area to release heat, its pale skin reflecting the sun's intensity. But survival in the desert is more than conservation and camouflage. It's about timing. Many reptiles become crepuscular, emerging at dawn and dusk when temperatures are gentler. Others, like the horned lizard, can slow their metabolism dramatically, entering a state of torpor to wait out the harshest conditions. Their kidneys, too, are marvels of adaptation, producing highly concentrated waste to conserve every drop of water. Even their scales are designed for survival, thick, overlapping, and nearly impermeable, forming a barrier against evaporation. In this realm of extremes, every heartbeat, every breath is a testament to the power of adaptation. Desert reptiles are not just survivors, they are masters of physiological innovation, transforming scarcity into strength and turning the hostile desert into a living sanctuary. High above the forest floor, where sunlight filters through a living mosaic of leaves, an entirely different world thrives. Here, in the tangled labyrinth of branches and vines, arboreal reptiles have become true masters of the vertical realm. Every movement is a calculated dance, every adaptation a testament to their evolutionary ingenuity. Locomotion in the canopy demands precision and versatility. The green tree python coils its muscular body around slender branches, its prehensile tail acting as a fifth limb for balance and grip. Geckos, with their extraordinary toe pads, employ millions of microscopic setae, tiny hair-like structures that generate van der Waals forces, allowing them to cling to even the smoothest surfaces and traverse upside down with ease. Meanwhile, the flying dragon, Draco volans, unfurls wing-like ribs and glides from tree to tree, using its elongated flaps of skin to soar effortlessly across gaps that would be insurmountable for others. Camouflage in the treetops is both art and science. The emerald tree boa's vibrant green scales blend seamlessly with foliage, rendering it nearly invisible to both predator and prey. Some chameleons take this a step further, not only shifting their coloration to match leaves and bark, but also subtly altering their patterns to mimic the dappled sunlight of their surroundings. Mossy leaf-tailed geckos perfect the illusion, their bodies resembling lichen-covered twigs complete with notched edges and mottled hues. Feeding strategies are equally specialized. The crested gecko waits motionless, its coloration concealing it until an unsuspecting insect wanders close. Tree-dwelling anoles use their keen vision and rapid bursts of speed to snatch prey mid-air or off leaves. Certain vipers, perfectly camouflaged among the branches, dangle their tails to mimic worms, luring curious birds or lizards within striking distance. Survival in the canopy also means mastering the art of the fall. Many arboreal reptiles possess flattened bodies and extended rib cages, creating a parachute effect that slows their descent if they lose their grip. Others, like the paradise flying snake, splay their ribs and undulate through the air, steering with remarkable precision as they glide between trees. In this lofty green kingdom, adaptation is everything. From friction-defying toes to color-shifting skin, every trait is honed for life among the leaves. Arboreal reptiles are not merely inhabitants of the treetops, they are the undisputed conquerors of the canopy, turning the forest's heights into a stage for nature's most breathtaking performances. Beneath the shimmering surface of rivers, lakes, and seas, a different breed of reptilian survivor reigns. Aquatic reptiles, from streamlined crocodilians to ancient turtles and elusive water snakes, have evolved to master the challenges of an aquatic world. For these creatures, respiration is a delicate balance. Sea turtles, with lungs adapted for rapid gas exchange, can hold their breath for hours, timing their ascents with the rhythm of the tides. Crocodiles employ a palatal valve, a unique anatomical feature that seals off their throat, allowing them to open their mouths underwater without drowning. Some aquatic snakes have evolved the remarkable ability to absorb oxygen directly through the lining of their mouths or skin, extending their submersion time and granting them stealth in the hunt. Locomotion is an art of efficiency and power. The elongated, paddle-like limbs of turtles slice through water with each graceful stroke, while their streamlined shells minimize drag. Crocodiles propel themselves with sweeping undulations of their muscular tails, their bodies gliding almost silently just below the surface. Water snakes, unburdened by limbs, undulate sinuously, their scales reducing friction and allowing for agile pursuit through submerged vegetation. Hunting beneath the surface demands patience, precision, and specialized senses. Crocodilians rely on pressure-sensitive pits along their jaws, detecting even the faintest vibrations of prey moving above or below the water. Sea snakes, with nostrils high on their snouts and eyes adapted for low light, track fish and eels through coral labyrinths, delivering rapid strikes with venom-tipped fangs. Soft-shell turtles bury themselves in riverbeds, their snorkel-like noses peeking above the sand as they ambush passing fish and invertebrates. Camouflage remains a vital defense. The mottled shells of river turtles blend with pebbled stream beds, while the cryptic patterns of aquatic snakes mirror the dappled sunlight filtering through reeds. Even young crocodiles, with their banded bodies, vanish among drifting debris and shadows. Survival in aquatic realms also means enduring extremes. Some turtles enter a state of brumation, slowing their metabolism to survive months beneath ice-covered ponds. Others, like the saltwater crocodile, tolerate both fresh and brackish waters, journeying vast distances between river mouths and open seas. In these hidden underwater worlds, every adaptation is a testament to millions of years of evolution. Aquatic reptiles are not merely survivors. They are silent architects of their domains, gliding through the depths with a mastery born of ancient origins and relentless innovation. In a world where silence often reigns supreme, reptiles have unlocked a hidden channel of communication and survival, one that vibrates through earth, water, and air. While many reptiles lack the vocal prowess of mammals or birds, their reliance on sound and vibration is nothing short of extraordinary. Deep within the burrows of desert tortoises, communication begins with a simple thump. Using their sturdy shells, these reptiles drum against the ground, sending low-frequency vibrations rippling through the soil. These seismic signals travel far, alerting distant neighbors to territory boundaries or the presence of rivals. In the dense undergrowth, bearded dragons employ rapid head bobs and tail thumps, their movements resonating through the substrate, a silent warning to would-be challengers or an invitation to potential mates. For crocodilians, the language of vibration reaches its zenith. At dawn or dusk, a large male alligator may unleash a series of deep bellows, their frequencies so low they cause the water's surface to dance with droplets. These infrasonic calls, often below the range of human hearing, carry for kilometers, asserting dominance and attracting females. During courtship, both alligators and crocodiles produce subsonic vibrations known as water dances, their bodies shaking the surrounding water and broadcasting their presence in a silent underwater ballet. Snakes, though famously voiceless, are masters at eavesdropping on the world's vibrations. Lacking external ears, they sense ground-borne waves through their jawbones, picking up the faintest tremor of approaching prey or predators. The sidewinder, for example, can detect minute vibrations in desert sands, allowing it to pinpoint the movements of hidden lizards or insects. Sea turtles, navigating the vastness of the oceans, rely on low-frequency sounds to orient themselves. Research suggests that these reptiles can detect the infrasonic rumble of distant surf, guiding them toward nesting beaches across thousands of kilometers. Meanwhile, aquatic snakes respond to the subtle vibrations of struggling fish, honing in on their next meal even in murky waters. Crested geckos, perched on rain-drenched leaves, produce faint chirps and clicks, their sounds amplified by the foliage. These vocalizations, though quiet, are crucial for maintaining social bonds and deterring intruders within their nocturnal world. For reptiles, sound and vibration are not mere byproducts of existence. They are lifelines. Whether drumming against earth, rippling through water, or humming through the air, these signals form an invisible web of information. In the silent symphony of the reptilian realm, every tremor, every thrum, every low-pitched call is a testament to the power of adaptation, a language spoken not with words, but with the very pulse of the planet itself.